The next topic is dynamic loading. So as you know that in order to execute a process or a program, we need to load it into the physical memory. Okay, and the size of the process is always limited to the size of the physical memory. Okay, now we have two types of loading: static loading and dynamic loading. When I say static loading, the entire program will be placed in the memory or loaded in the memory before it begins the execution. So because of the static loading, the memory space utilization will be always low, because when it begins its execution, it may need more memory or it may need less memory. Okay, any cases may happen. So since it is initially itself it is loaded into the main memory, the memory utilization will be always low, but the execution of the process takes place at a higher rate. Is it correct? So one instead, for better memory space utilization, we can go with the dynamic loading. So in the dynamic loading, instead of loading the entire program into memory at once, we can load each routine whenever it is called. Okay, so usually what happen in the memory, the main program or a main routine is loaded. Whenever the function or subroutines are called, then only you can load those subroutine in the main memory over here. Consider an example like interrupt service routine. So interrupt service routine won't be called frequently. So whenever there is an interrupt, then only we call the service routine in order to service the interrupter. So such type of routines will be called whenever it is necessary. One more example is, consider we have a routine written for error condition to check the error. Okay, so obviously errors do not happen frequently, so whenever it happens, then only you can call those error routines, load it in a memory and perform the execution. Sometimes this error routines may not called at all. Okay, so in that case, if you go with the static method, unnecessary you have to allocate memory space for such routines. If you go with the dynamic allocation or dynamic loading over here, so whenever they are required, then only you can load it into the main memory. Okay, so that is the advantage of a dynamic loading. So unused routines need never be loaded, reducing the total memory usage and generating faster program startup times. Okay, and one more thing is, this dynamic loading does not need any support from the operating system. The next one is dynamic linking and the shared libraries. So what are actually these libraries? Assume we have some modules in the program, and each of the modules have called different functions, and this function bodies are present within some system libraries. So whenever a function is requested or it is called, then only the requested library routine comes into the memory and provide the body of the function. Is it correct? So here we have two types of linking. Basically, we are going to link the functions to their system libraries where its information is being stored. Okay, so when I say with the static linking, yeah, it is a result of the linker copying all the library routines used in the program into an executable image or a module. Okay, so this is going to waste both the disk space and the main memory. Okay, whereas in the dynamic linking, we are going to use a special code known as a stub that is linked into the executable model. Okay, now what is a stub? A stub is executed, it checks to see whether the needed routine is already in the memory. If that particular routine is not there, the program loads the routine into the memory. Okay, in either way, the stub replaces itself with the address of the routine and executes the routine. So in dynamically linked library, also known as the shared libraries, involves updates and upgrades. Okay, when the program uses a routine from the standard library, obviously the routine changes. Then the program must be rebuilt or relinked in order to incorporate the changes. However, when we used shared libraries, then as long as the stub doesn't change, the program can be updated merely by loading newer version of the shared libraries onto the system over here. So that is the benefit of this. So under this scheme, all the processes that use the language library execute only one copy of the library code.